All right, guys. So we're over here at the old meth lab trailer, aka Snake House. We traded $1,000 worth of gear for this trailer, and then we had some guys, some local handyman, put a floor in it, which is now falling out of it again a few years later. Some better material should have been used, but we're over here, and it's the point. We're going to do a full changeover of the rat room today. It's pretty labor intensive this time. And then other than that, it's about 2 hours every Friday to do a full changeover. But we're going through it and actually washing all the trays. Typically we'll have a stack of trays, and just over the last couple of years we've just destroyed trays, or stuff's chewed through them, or they just tend to split from just being in the weather. But I like to keep 3 trays for every hole that we have. So if we need 30 trays, I like to have 90. We are down to bare minimum right now, and we were running only 3 racks and we have 6. So we have, is it 5 holes or 6 holes per? Let's
7.
7. So 42. We have the possibility of having 42 trays. And in each tray you should have, I like to keep a male and 3 females, lucky male. And over the last year or so, we just haven't been maintaining them. We've been maintaining them and not really, running them full, because we didn't have a lot of stuff that we were feeding pinks and stuff to. So what we've ended up with is way too many adult male rats, which we're going to kill off. We're going to set our trays up to 1 male per tray, 3 females. We're going to kill off any females past that, and then we'll have a few trays that just have some grow-up, some medium-sized rats for some of our smaller snakes right now. And we got Yoda and Babyhead out here. We've actually wet down every open tray that we had, and we're actually using Dawn and just Adobe and cleaning them all up really good front and back, so we have something fresh to start with. And we just replumbed the other rats. We just had over time, opening the trays and stuff, there's holes in them, or a rat will get out and chew a hole in it. We keep a BB gun in there, so when a rat gets out, if they can't grab it right away, they just kill it. And then we keep traps in there also, so we get them pretty fast. But that's the thing I'm looking for. There's plenty of food, because there's crickets and shit running around in here for them to eat. And then they'll just get on the top of the mesh and eat the dog food and the lab food that we feed the rats. But the water is what they're after, so they'll chew through the water lines. So that's why we weren't using those other 3 racks. Just over time, there'd been a nick someplace. We turned the water off. There's a filter and a 5-gallon bucket. You fill the water once a week. You put food in the trays every couple of days, and the rats will just gnaw through there. So we've got that up and running. We're going to come in here right now and just show you how we're going to do this and kind of what we do for. Most people have reptiles. They just they go to the pet shop, buy a rat or a mouse or something. Guys with a lot of them, they'll have them shipped in pre-frozen. They come nice, staggered, and it's a nice flat pack of frozen rats. And then some guys breed them. Your typical, snake collector will just have 1 rack. We had, a lot more snakes than that. We need more rats, so we just started with 1, 2, 3, and then we added 3 more, just because that's what we fit in here. Given my choice, I originally thought we would have more than this, but this produced what we needed to do at the time. So, just from not being used, we got cobwebs, and the cobwebs, this is a dusty area, just from switching over the pine shavings all the time. So we were going through, and Hannah was vacuuming this grate to get the cobwebs set there and just held all the dust. And it wreaks havoc too on your air conditioner. We just use these cheapy window units. We get about 18 months to 2 years out of them. I just cleaned the filter, but just from the dust in here, it's just, you could take the time to clean it out if you had to. We used to use a toothbrush and some condenser cleaner and shit, but at this point, it's just corroded so bad. You go to Walmart, get another $200 AC unit, and throw this one in the dumpster. And we try to keep this room at about 75. The rodents breed better when it's cooler. When it gets hot, they shut down, especially rabbits. During the summer, their production will just shut down. And we've got rabbits up the hill too. So what these look like, and we change them over once a week. But there's too many in here. There's babies. Have you guys been pulling babies to feed? That little fucker just bit me. So there's pups in here. And I like to keep a couple, 3 females and a male. But when we start going through here, that's the mom or a mom. But there'll be a few rats. So that's a big male right there. That's an alpha male. And rats are kind of, the thing with rats is you can take a male rat and a bunch of females and put them in a cage, and that rat will be the alpha. If you have 3 or 4 males, One rat will be the alpha male. He will be twice the size of all the other rats. His testicles will be bigger, and all the other males will have chew marks on their testicles. If you kill that alpha male off, within 4 to 6 weeks, another one will assume that position and will literally double in size. It's like that the alpha male is preventing the others from having testosterone somehow. I'm not sure how it works, but that is how it works. And if you kill that alpha off, one of the others will assume that position and become that alpha male. And those males will also eat the babies. If you just have one in there, you won't have baby problems. You'll have moms. You'll have one big communal nest, and they'll kind of take turns, and there'll always be one mother that's better than the others that will nurse all those pups. So we're going to go through here and clean these out, and it'll cut the ammonia too. Right now, with the amount of rats that are in here, we really need to clean twice a week. And these were changed over on Friday, and they're already urine soaked. And then these ones here, they're way worse. It's got to be. This is way worse, even though they're changed at the same time. And it's because there's more males in here. They're just pissing and trying to mark territory, and they're just stressed out. So we'll go through, clean them out, and we'll show you some of that in a minute. I'm going to get these buckets set up. We'll have a bin that is a get rid of bin, a grow out bin, and then we'll just have a bin with all our males, and we're gonna swap all the males up. So he'll go into a new community. It'll take him a couple days to calm down and start breeding, but it'll just change the bloodlines around a little bit too. So I'm gonna go set the bins up. What's up?
All good with those trays.
Okay, good. Go ahead and turn it off for a second. We'll get this shit set up and we'll restart.
Hello, Hannah. So we used to have this set up on a every 5-day schedule. We would go through and do it on a Monday, then a Friday, and then on the next week we would do it on a Wednesday. But we have since then run low on time and actual people to do this. So it's just a once a week type of deal, and the extra 2 days a week actually make a huge difference. So they're much worse than they normally were on our 5-day schedule, but we just don't have the personnel, or didn't until now. Now we have you. We can actually do this the right way. So it'll be nice. It won't smell as bad every week.
Yeah, it smells pretty good.
Especially when you do it more often like that.
Just from here, you guys come on, let's grab these trays. They should be dry by now.
Yep.
Okay, so these are the trays. Most of these guys that build these racks, we didn't build them. We just bought the racks. You're dripping water everywhere, man. Just set those down. So we're going to pre-stage these. I use these Tractor Supply chips. We use Harlan bedding, which is a laboratory bedding for the snakes. It's been baked and actually sterilized. This stuff is just stall shavings from Tractor Supply. We throw so many away. The bags of the others are like $40, and this shit here is like $6 or $7.
I don't think it's even that much.
Yeah, so we use this for the rodents, and it stays fluffier and it smells better too. And it
Freshly
comes out
scented.
packed. It's pretty, it fluffs out pretty good. So you just take a good handful, put it in the tray like that, stack them up. So that's what you're going to do. Just get a stack of these things, 2 or 3. Don't put them too high; they'll fall over. I'm going to go in here and start pulling rats and killing them. And I'm going to take your trays one at a time, and I'm going to do my switch over. Dirty trays are going to come out here. I'll show you guys how to scrape the dirty trays in just a minute.
Without scratching the hell out of them and messing them
without
up.
gouging it someplace more to hold bacteria. And that's really what this is all about. It's just keeping everything clean as you can. And it's even with that, you're pretty limited. I like to have a card in here too to work off of, so you don't have to bend over constantly, especially like when you're feeding. If you feed, just I keep the feed in one of these with a lid so they can't get in it if they get out. And then just lift this up when you're feeding with a scoop. It's all about, the more you bend over, repetitive motion. Bending over ain't shit, squatting down ain't shit until you've done it 1,000 times in the day.
There's a card in there if you want to grab it.
That's what fucks those guys up outside pulling weeds and picking up rocks and shit.
Repetitive
Not picking
motion.
up. It's the fucking bending over. There's a card in there.
Yeah, there's actually two. Just grab the clear one. What's that?
They're gonna need those 2 big trash cans.
There is. Yeah, they're gonna need a
Now I got
big trash
in my
can.
eyes. Grab those 2 big trash cans. Set them up with big, huge bags and bring them out. That's what they're gonna scrape into.
And then we've got a scraper somewhere.
I got the scraper. I set it outside. All right, I'm just gonna start at this one because this is the height. And then when I pull this one, the fresh tray will go in. And typically, we will just take 1 bin of rats, lock them in a bin with a lid, and then pull these, put a fresh tray in here, take these and put them in, and then put a fresh tray here, and you just keep swapping across. You just walk it all the way down.
Rotates it all the way around.
I'm going to start right here because this is at my height. This is an older rat.
Tumor.
She has a tumor. We're going to kill her off. She is no longer in the breeding cycle. This is the mom right here. She looks pretty good. This is a little mom too. Here is a male. Here is the second male that is in here. He's the younger. He is the one that will. Male?
Doesn't look like it in the belly.
That's a male.
Yeah.
And you never, and the rats, when I work with them, and I was changing them all the time, I knew individually which tray had certain rats. Like I had this gray fuzzy rat, I knew right where he was. I handled them, I hold them. I can literally just reach in and pick them up. Right now they probably have not been, they're just grabbing them by the tails. So you might hold one, seems really calm, all of a sudden he will bite into you. It's a fucking pretty good bite too. It's pretty painful.
It definitely
So
doesn't
we're
feel good.
we're going to judge them, go on the side of error. So there's a male, 3 males in that. Here's another male. So just as I was saying, there is another big fat male. And they're really tricking me.
I'm saying male.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
yeah. Okay. So that makes it easy. That's the mom.
4
There's 2
males,
males.
2 females.
She looks like she's nursing them, man. Are these 2 nursing? And the thing with the rats is you can pick one up and it'll be totally calm. When one more freaks out, the other one will freak out and bite the shit out of you.
You'll hear him scream.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a bunch of pups, definitely more than 1 litter, so we don't have to worry about that one we're going to kill off being a mom. But somebody else in here is definitely nursing. Here's our pups. So, here's your first dirty tray. You're going to need to give me more chips than you're giving me. Give me about 20% more than what's in there. So I'm going to take my clean tray, pop it right back in, and I'm going to throw my mom and pups in. And I'm going to give her what's to be the most healthy, youngest, deepest egg. Those 3 are dead rats. Or contagious. So, same deal here. That's a boy.
Yep.
Boy. Mom.
I think you just put a male in there.
That's a 2. Just look and see. That one?
Yep.
Now these, because when they made this cage, it has real small wire. They can't eat through it; they will starve. With way less food. That right there is a week's worth of food. Literally just a small handful, because you're going to come through and check them every day anyways, while you're just topping waters or whatever. Little tiny handful, little rat claws.
Food's expensive.
This food is very expensive. Put that over there. Give you. Put that over there. There we go. Move one of these out of your way. Take it down there before you dump it all out. Nice big alpha, big old boy. I was keeping this because I like these gray rats. We never had any gray ones.
Yeah.
But they've. I was wondering genetically if they would cross over, and they didn't. So
Ended up with a bunch of
There's a
curly
female.
hair ones.
there's a big mom. Mom. There's a male. Take these pups here. Bring them right down into here. That one's done. Here's the tray. Take it over there, hurry up. They're gonna jump if I pull. Normally we'll just put a fresh one up here and switch them, but if I do, they're gonna jump right now. Give me a clean tray. And this usually goes a lot smoother. Like typically, when you have a job to do, more people makes it faster. More people it slows this down. The most efficient way to do this is 2 people. 1 person inside, 1 person outside. And everybody wants to be the inside guy because you got the air conditioning.
Smell don't matter when it's hot.
You get a male, you got a male in there. Get a male in there. When they start jumping, we need to put a lid over them.
Babies.
Where's that plastic, that red milk crate?
No idea. But I forgot to get peanut butter to set snap traps.
Right. So, see, that's what I'm talking about. Big, huge 1 pound alpha male rat.
Apocalypse food.
Apocalypse stick.
Rat on a stick.
Oh.
I would try it.
It's on a stick. Here's another
Big old male.
big one. Here's another big old dad. Here is one baby being grown out, 1 teenager. There's a bunch of pups, and here is a little pup. So there's 3 generations of rats in that tray right there. And your surefire, if you come in and you've got a rat that's just been chewed apart, like you'll see it. They will all eat 1 rat. They'll kill it, eat it. 9 out of 10 times, you have a water issue. They can't get to the water. That's usually what they'll do. They'll just fucking, and it'll look like a bearskin rug, perfect. They'll eat that whole fucking thing, and they'll be just a little rat carpet.
Yeah, it'll be fur and bones.
That is awesome.
They'll even chew through the skull to get the brain.
This one's kind of tight. Give me a different one. Bam. Chances are that one's tight here will work perfect somewhere else. And here's the boy.
Collection is growing quickly.
These used to be our growouts. We put our others in here. That's a big fat mom, pregnant. Female. There's female. Boy, that wasn't good. Was that working? The top one?
Yes.
Is that you sure? That's the one I did before. I put too many rats in. No.
Yeah, you put a bunch in there.
We'll go through and figure them out later. I got this male in here. This one looks pretty good. This might be your lucky day.
That one got to live.
The other thing you'll see, inevitably, when you deal with these over so much time, one will get loose or whatever, or he'll climb up here,
Chew a hole through.
and you'll hold his tail. And if you're holding his tail too far back, he is so committed to getting away, he will slip, and you'll hold the skin of his tail. It'll sock his tail off.
I've seen that. Another thing, when they chew those nozzles off, the whole 5-gallon bucket will empty into one of the trays, and you'll have a whole flooded tray full of dead rats.
The other thing you'll see, if one gets out, he'll sit up here trying to get the water. The others will bite his toes off. So you'll have little bloody footprints. You'll know it happened before you even see it. You'll know what's happened. You'll see, and they'll run the edges. Knife you got? Same one. You don't have your knife with you? I don't need it. I just got this old one. I got my rack knife.
Is that that one you got
Come
from
on.
Weatherford?
You are a hindrance right now.
Yeah, get out of the way.
Have a tight tray, have it in the middle. Down on the bottom, you got to fight with it. At the top, you got to fight with it. If you have a tray that's tight, put it in the middle so you can maneuver it and you'll be able to deal with the rats easier. Be aware too, when you're switching these and you're working up, you got this open, you want to open this more, that gives the rats less place to leave. They're more likely to jump out. That's big fat. And that, see how she wants to climb up? You'll have that happen too.
So you actually have to pay attention.
It's really not a job to do when you have somebody standing that you're trying to have a conversation with. So that's a nice female right there. She's pretty handsome. Somebody just had babies. She's got blood towards the back of her neck. That or they're zombie the shit out of something. Big, nice, healthy male. We'll go with him for that. Big mom, she's about to pop. Another big mom. Female heavy.
At least in the first rack. I'm sure that'll change at some point.
Mom too. So we got a lot of pups in here. What we'll do is we'll just keep all these females, give them a chance to calm down, put their nest back, and then we'll try to figure out which ones are nursing and not, and create new trays out of the others. Watch me piss all over and then we'll wash my hands before I wash my face. What's that?
The one time she didn't have her knife.
What if you rolled over in a car and had to cut yourself out of the seatbelt?
The one time, Hannah.
What if one of these giant ringnecks latched onto you and you had to cut them to get yourself out? What if it's foils? A ringneck snake that's like that big and eats worms and insects. Can't even bite you really.
I've been bit by a lot of stuff that you can't be bit by. Mainly leopard geckos.
Those are nice and calm. We're going to leave them right there. Give me a lid just so we can forget about this area. From the old building, there's still a ton of shit in here. Cut belts and all kinds of end cuts. We got probably $30,000-$40,000 worth of fucking webbing right here that we used as belts. We just have to go through and sort it. And some of it's just dusty, so we blow it off with a compressor. And really, right now it's faster to fresh cut new shit than to try to salvage the old. So it's just kind of housed here. Thus the EDC lid there. And when you, like I just did, it freaked them all out. If you open it slower, you're much better off keeping these guys calm. Big giant male. getting so many in here, they are going to get hot, and the whole side of the thing will start to sweat here in a minute. Big old tail. Huge male. Here's another male. Wow. And yet another male.
Everything is not as it seems.
A male. And
2 more males.
the only female in that tray.
So sorry for that one.
This one here, I really think this was my original one that had the one eye. It was kind of sweet to pick her up.
Pretty old now.
Yeah, her, and all of a sudden she'd bite the shit. She'd come up, pat you, and want your attention. But when you picked her up, she would grab the fuck out of you. But that one eye is weeping. We're gonna kill that one off for sure. You gotta pull these two when you go to pull them. They'll slide through, but it's better to pull them. That way, while you got them open, you get in the habit. Push on them, water's coming through. These will clog up. There's a filter in here every 6 to 8 weeks or so because of the dust. It will settle. It's just a screen. So you turn this off, unplug it, take the bucket out, pull the cap off, there's a screen. Blow it out with the hose. In a pinch, when you're in here and you come in the middle of the night and there's a flooded tray, you can just blow it out with your mouth. But you're just safe in there too. It's kind of a boy thing, I guess. Kind of a sissy. Really, I thought you were a lot tougher than you
What have I done, sissy?
You do cry a lot.
Well, the look of the cringe when I said you can blow it out with your mouth. Just a rat. You wouldn't kiss that rat? What if it turned into a prince?
It's not.
So you kiss a toad, but not a rat.
I'll kiss a rat, but
Actually,
it's probably
kids
gonna
got
bite my lips.
A lot of kids got salmonella from doing that because they saw that movie.
You know that's bullshit. Who told you a lot of kids got salmonella?
It was in the news.
No, you're making up shit.
No.
Yeah, this is the baby his.
Why do you even bring him places?
Because I'm trying to mold him so that he will survive in the wild when we release him. Another male.
Getting a little.
Like, that's a meal. Like, that's a fucking squirrel right there, really.
Oh yeah.
In the apocalypse, if you had the. And we know what they're fed.
Squirrels are good.
Squirrels carry more disease than these rats do. I know people hate rats, but
These rats are cleaner than any other rats. That
yeah. Most of you fools kiss your dog, they lick their ass.
Ah.
They're eating other animal shit. These things, they don't eat their own shit. Very good. She's got to have babies. A lot of these are overcrowded. There's just no babies in here. I think that's okay. Here you are. If you take it this way, you won't bump into them with it. You can still grab it from the sides, just index it the opposite direction. Alright, we need to kill these off. We've got too many in there. We don't have room.
Kill them with kids.
You haven't gotten rid of all these old ones, have you?
haven't been able to.
Okay. Those gotta go.
I've only got 5 big snakes in there.
No, I mean they have to go as in we're going to throw them away.
Okay.
It looks like the freezer's gone off and they defrosted it sometime. So what we'll do, because we're gonna kill these, put them in bags and freeze them.
Yep.
Those will be the new stock. Take this old stock, take it back to the shop. What's today, Friday?
Yep.
My phone has done that 10 times today. It clips on and starts showing one of my YouTube videos.
Huh.
Even though my shit's locked down, everything's shut off, closed out.
Do you have a password on your phone?
10 times today my shit has come on to a YouTube video of our videos.
Sweaty pocket, turn your screen outways.
I'm not used to it.
Yeah, I know.
Otherwise
Yeah,
it's wrong.
I get that. I broke my
but-
screen because it was the other
Thank
way.
you. Okay, we're gonna So we'll take these right now, we'll take them back and just use the excavator and bury them. If they sit in there over the weekend, it's going to stink really bad.
Always wanted to bury bodies.
And these were not put in here very nicely. We can do better than that. Set these out on the porch over there, out of the sun.
We have a bunch of fuzzy rats and mice and stuff in the house.
Ideally, you don't let these things grow up like this. We kill them off. If we have way too many, we kill them off young at a size that we can use.
About that.
Or feed them off as pinks. Feed some of our other animals heavier. And when we have way too many pinkies, which you don't right now, but when we do, we can give the dragons pinkies every now and then. And if we had a bird of prey, maybe we should get a bird of prey.
Give me an eagle. My birthday's coming up.
I think legally that you have to have other animals before you can have an eagle.
Okay.
That gives us more reason to get
I
a
don't
rat.
know the raptor lozenges.
I just want something that I can be like,
How do we
I
have a
want
field
this person
mouse
going.
frozen in here?
I don't know.
It was an accident. It just got in there.
I don't think it just
It
jumped
got-
in the freezer.
It got in the freezer and put itself in this lid.
You
Put it
never
in
know
the container
how
by
I
itself.
got all this close. I didn't know.
Get
I
rid of
think
that.
also that Kurtz did that.
So when you buy mice from a rodent place, they come flat packed. And there's a couple of them. I like Rodent Pro. Rodent Pro gives you the cleanest animals. You can occasionally find a place that has cheaper mice.
But they're dirty
But
and
some-
used
I've
looking.
gotten mice so dirty and nasty that when I defrosted them, I'm pretty sure they were out in the air just rotting before they froze.
Like they didn't CO2, like they didn't gas them and then just freeze them.
No, like literally they fucking left them out outside for fucking 40
Oh,
hours
yeah.
before they froze them. It was
Yeah, they were
pretty
nasty. It smelled really bad. All their hair fell out.
We're going to kill these off right now. Go ahead, we're not going to film that. Just turn that off. We got we probably have 100 old ones that hadn't been used that we're going to just take back to the shop. But we're going to dig a hole and put them in it because it'll fucking stink otherwise. They don't pick up dumpsters until Monday. Not having a dumpster here really fucks this up. I don't know why she got rid of it. So 2 hours later, we're done. To you guys, it looks all the same. Smell's gone. Smells kind of like pine bedding now. We didn't have, like always, somehow we ended up with way more males. We killed off over 100 big 1 pound males. I wanted to set up more trays. We can't even set these trays up because I literally just didn't have enough females right now. I've got 3 to 1 male, 3 females in most. Some only have 2 females. So we kept some of the younger males. I got a tray with 6 or 7 younger males in there that we'll use as we produce more females to put with them. But the most importantly, the smell's gone. So now they're going to go through, they've checked all the water lines, everything has water running to it. They'll use a scooper. We use a lab protein. When it costs a lot more to get this block, but your babies are literally twice the size, and your litters go from like 6 babies to 10 and 12 babies. So we just use that. And then we'll cut it sometimes with just cheap dog food also. But right now we're just feeding straight to produce and get them popped off and get our inventory built back up. We'll probably go into Nashville this weekend, try to get with some reptile guys and get some new rats, put some new bloodline in, get some adults, and just keep going like that. But that's that. We just came through here, showed you this. This is the most labor-intensive part of the reptiles, really, and it's every quarter really the way we did it. Other than that, it's about an hour on a Friday if you do it right. With 2 guys, it takes about an hour if you just got a rhythm to it. So it's all done. It's fresh right now, and that's that. All right, turn that shit off.